sports. It's in the game.
So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium.
To kick off for Chicago.
Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Soldier Field. And this is not a good start. That kick falls just short of the landing zone, and this opening drive is going to begin from the 40. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion here. First down throw for Allen. He finds Kincaid. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish off their opening drive. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bass now to kick this away. This one doesn't make the landing zone, so this drive's going to start at the 40. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Johnson up the middle. And they had that one contained right at the line. Taquan Jones with the tackle on that play. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
2nd and 10 now. Has the connection to Adunze. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go. Check go.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears finish off their opening drive. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
First touchdown of the game for them, partner, and immediately they go for 2. That feels like an analytics-based decision there.
Can I just tell you, I'm kind of tired of analytics. I am. I'm tired of falling on analytics when it fails. Oh, the process was right. Oh, we just didn't get the result. No, I don't like that decision this early in the game. You're going to be chasing that decision and those points.
Ball at the 33 for first down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Coleman with the grab. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Allen on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he crosses midfield before going out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure of earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They've got a man in motion. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Allen throw on 3rd and 1. Complete. It's Cooper. And he's taken down at the 30. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Pass is caught at the 9. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills take a 7-point lead in the first. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
Yeah, I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Now the Bills will go for 2. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Pass now to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. 13-6 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Swift gets it on the option. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Let's go now.
Williams with 3rd and long. Connects on the crosser. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here we go, here we go.
First down, here's Swift. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now an inside give to Johnson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back, third down coming up.
Come on, set.
Motion man sent left.
Ready.
Williams to throw on third. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Ready.
Williams on the play action. He connects downfield on fourth. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Set up. Check go.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Ready.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Ready. Set up.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Komet brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's go.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Go.
Running with Swift out of the gun. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Moore going to motion over right.
Hut, hut.
The throw is caught. Touchdown, Chicago! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
So once again, the Bears trying for 2.
Go.
Allen, the motion man left. Oh, and they're going to bring him down. They get the sack and preserve their 1-point lead. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half.
What's that?
Allen. He's got the hook up to Cooper. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Pass now to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Ready.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Set.
Here's Swift to start the drive. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Completed here to Clement. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Okay, ready.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now a carry by Johnson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, right? That entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, man, you appreciate great safety play like that.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go.
3rd down, here's Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Romadudze touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
So up come the Bears to the line. They'll try another 2-point play. He's throwing for it. And this is caught as they hit the end zone for 2. Well, they were just 1 away from the strikeout, Brock, but their 3rd attempt finally nets them a 2-point conversion.
I know some coaches, played for some coaches that would have lost some faith in their offense and never tried it again, but not this crew. And this time they're rewarded with not just a couple points, but a shot of some renewed confidence as well.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Johnson now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Jones. And the Bears bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance. All right, here we go. Second down.
Set up. Check go.
Staying grounded with Swift. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. 3 yards almost gets him back to even, but it's going to be 3rd and 11 now. Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a 6-yard gain. They're going to have 4th and 4. Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Johnson with a return here. The return is looking good so far. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 39. He's got this complete to James Cook. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. First down throw for Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
Half 85. What's that?
Trying again, following the sack. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That is Kyler Gordon. And the Bears take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Here's 2nd and 14. Swift hauls it in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
To the air, 3rd and long. That throw finds Komet. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears with a 10-point advantage. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Going with Johnson here. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running behind center with Swift. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Has his man, it's a Dunze. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Roma Dunze touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
Bills 13.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big gain downfield. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Down a couple of scores. Those 2 timeouts they've got left are going to be crucial. Here's first down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Bears will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Check go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Set, ready.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable. He'll find enough space for a completion.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Williams from the gun. He throws a bullet to this. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. DeMar Hamlin kicks it on. And the Bills are able to take the interception up to their own 35-yard line. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Complete. It's Cooper. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Kevin Byard comes up with it. And the Bears will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And save for a few moments in that opening quarter, Brock, they pitched a shutout defensively that in the end was the impetus for the victory. They're going to be bummed not to have that goose egg on the board at the end of this one, no doubt, but a performance to be lauded nonetheless. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.